Hi everyone. Today we're going to be in the book of Psalm. We're going to be in chapter 57 and we're going to read verses 2 and 3. Verse 2 says, I cry out to God Most High, to God who fulfills his purpose for me. He will send from heaven and save me. He will put to shame him who tramples on me. Selah, God will send out his steadfast love and his faithfulness. I chose this scripture for this week just because I really love the way that this is worded. It's very short, but it's so impactful at the same time. In verse 2, we read that God fulfills his purpose for me. I think that's so powerful. You have a God who will fulfill his purpose for you. As long as you are faithful to him and walking with him, he will ensure that his purpose for you is fulfilled. We can trust in that. We can trust that when we walk in his ways, our purpose is going to be fulfilled in him. I think that's a powerful statement there to make. And then verse 3, it talks about, so obviously the psalmist is in distress. He says he cries out to God Most High. And then verse 3 says that God will send from heaven and save him, that he will put to shame those who trample on him. And then one of my favorite parts, God will send out his steadfast love and his faithfulness. So when I read that, I just imagine being in such a difficult situation or a difficult place, and God just sending out his love, just sending out his faithfulness and rescuing me, pulling me up out of the pit. Because his love and his faithfulness is enough. It covers so many things. It covers everything. And it's so incredible when we think about the power in that, right? God covers us in love. He is endlessly faithful. He's our rescuer. He comes to our rescue in our time of need. When we cry out to him, he sends from heaven and saves us. His attributes, who he is, just the basics, just going back to the basics of just his love. It's more than enough. There's such a solace in that. There's such a peace in that. So Psalm 57 verses 2 and 3. I just found that to be very powerful, very impactful, short, but there's a really strong message there, and I just wanted to share it with you this week. So I hope it did bring you some encouragement, and I hope you all have a wonderful and a blessed rest of your week.